Do you think we should be scared?
Yes.
Yes.
So climate crisis is almost like a new kind of like terminology for what we're essentially seeing in our climate. We're seeing a massive breakdown in our climate that's being impacted significantly by human activity.
The reason that we're calling it a climate crisis is because no longer is the globe just warming. Deforestation is happening, desertification is happening across the Sahara, and more people are becoming threatened each day. There are island nations that no longer exist because their islands are underwater. And nobody cares. And that's the truth.
We are, as humans, technically on the brink of extinction. Like, we will not be able to survive the extreme weather and warming that's going to result from climate change.
We actually are affected by it already. It's sometimes in direct ways and sometimes indirectly. Storms like Superstorm Sandy a few years ago or Hurricane Irene, those storms behave differently than storms have behaved in the past.
Climate crisis in the logical and practical terms simply means that everybody's climate on this planet is threatened by the current foreseeable future.
Realistically, we could be facing a climate change of really bad proportions and impacts that doesn't really bear thinking about, and that's why a load of people are striking.
There are people there because they want their kids to have a future. There are people there because they want to have a future. There are people there who don't want to see their ecosystems destroyed.
I think the huge problem, or what a lot of students and ourselves were calling attention to, was that, that there needs to be some sort of policy change. There needs to be some sort of there needs to just be change, honestly. And a lot of the students were advocating for, new climate policy, climate justice. They wanted, the fossil fuel industries to be held responsible for their carbon footprint.
We now have, by the latest Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change statistics, that we only really have about 18 months to really take radical action to address those negative impacts of climate breakdown. Otherwise, we're going to resign ourselves to a really bad future.
You want to be on the side of humans because you want to continue to develop, but you also want to be on the side of the environment because it also deserves the same respect, because technically it was here before us.
One thing that I would really say is that sustainability demands changes in people's lifestyles, and it demands that people are at the very center. It's not politicians, it's not economics, it's about everyday people.
Know that the climate crisis is looming over all of us, but know that you can literally do something about it. You can go and pick up trash. You can go and make an area better again by just simply removing the trash that's there, or even planting species of plants that help with pollinators, having native species, knowing which ones are invasive. It's simple stuff like that you can absolutely do.
Students can do a lot more than what they actually think that they can do. They have a lot of power, they have a lot of control, particularly over their own lifestyle.
So I'd invite anyone, anywhere, in any major to become involved and figure out how their expertise can help create change.
We're coming to a sea change. We're coming to a climate change, a cultural change in the ways in which that we do things. And I welcome that.